the Greys. In the first contact experience for the planet Earth, the people who visited here appear to have been humans or humanoids. They were friendly. However, the leaders of the Earth could not get along with them, most likely because they were actually normal, ethical beings living in compliance with established universal laws. Next came the Grey people. In fact, they are not people but rather some evolved form of insect, and their body type appears to be Class 4. Class 4 consists of creatures such as insects, reptiles, and worms. The alchemical elements used in Class 4 are fire and earth. We have insects and reptiles on the Earth, however, they do not have spaceships or high technology. How did these ones evolve to such a level within such a low class of form? On the Earth, the total spectrum of bodies is available. Souls evolve by moving up to a higher form. When there is no higher form for souls to move up to, evolution then consists of advancement within the form. A housewife in ancient Egypt was not in the same state of consciousness as a housewife today. But a house cat from ancient Egypt was roughly in the same cat consciousness as it is today. A cat's soul does not need to evolve within a cat form because it can move up to a higher level of form and eventually get a human form. Now, consider the possibility of a planet somewhere where the only life forms are Class V, plants, and Class 4. Souls using plant bodies can move up to the next class of insects, reptiles, and worms, but no higher because no higher physical form is available. Therefore, over time, they have evolved within this lesser form to the limit of its capabilities. The Greys are reported to have an association with another group of Class 4 creatures, reptilians, who are not physically on the Earth in any significant number. These ones are supposed to come from the Orion Empire. In 1953, the Greys are said to have established formal agreements with the Earth by means of a contract signed by President Eisenhower. This contract promised that the Greys would give high technology and that the Earth would give the Greys whatever they need to survive. The Greys are parasites, and what they need is a stockpile of human beings to consume. Also, they have come to the end of their natural cycle of existence under the universal laws. Food for the Greys is supposed to consist of two classes of components. One is physical, the other is astral. The physical component is a chemical or chemicals that can be found in humans when they are in highly agitated emotional states. The corresponding astral component is raw emotional energy. To provide the astral food, a sufficiently large group of humans needs to be kept emotionally sexed up. The preferred way to do this is to have them involved in a war. The more terrible the war and the more atrocities committed, the higher is the level of food production. To provide the physical component of the food, people must be abducted and then prepared by being terrified, which maximizes the quantity of the desired substance. The Greys don't actually eat but absorb this substance through their bodies. To do this, they hop into what is essentially a bowl of soup, and in this soup are the have been found to be most desirable because they can be easily terrified. Various life forms have all developed techniques for survival. Mosquitoes, for example, who also feed on humans, first inject the person with anesthetic so they won't feel. The hope is that they can get a mouthful of blood and get away before the drug wears off. Sometimes this works. Sometimes it does not, in which case the bug usually gets swatted dead. The Greys use brain implants to control the humans they want to use. Attached to the optic nerve, these devices reportedly cannot be removed without causing death to the affected human. Communication signals to and from the devices use time-independent, subspace-type technology. The method may be similar to ESP communication between humans, which is also instantaneous. As a general rule, when you get into contractual relationships, is that there should be some area of common interest. There is a pretty wide spread between humans and this bunch of overgrown bugs, but there is a common interest as well. That interest is survival. The Greys are a doomed race. Under the laws of nature, they have reached the end of their time. They cannot reproduce anymore, and the cloning tricks are failing. One of their latest tricks consisted of kidnapping pregnant human women and splicing Grey genes into the unborn child. Did not work too good either. The Illuminati people who control the world and work with the Greys are also doomed. They have violated every universal law, committed every possible sin, and gone against every principle of good. They cannot get another human body by lawful means. They must either keep their present body alive or steal someone else's body to continue to physically exist. They do both. So, the common bond between the Illuminati and the Greys is the seeking of all sorts of medical, occult, and high-tech information that they hope will allow them to continue to survive physically. To get this information, they kill the ordinary human population of the Earth as needed. Like our garden variety insects, such as ants and termites, the Greys live in underground tunnels. There are quite a few large colonies around the world, and the leaders of other industrialized nations play ball with them under the same arrangement, killing ordinary people and getting high technology in exchange. The Greys are reported to have no emotions. They are opinionated and feel humans are ugly things, but admit they are good to eat. They are supposed to be pathological liars, which certainly gives them a communication bond with our leaders. Like the Illuminati people, the Greys are on a quest for dominance, everlasting physical life, mastery over everything including God, the regular megalomaniac routine. Their argument for continued support from the Earth government is that they will help defend our planet, i.e. the elite, from the reptiles if they attack. In the United States, the primary base of the Greys and their feeding center is Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio. Worldwide, perhaps the largest Grey base is below the North Sea. There are many smaller bases. Remember, any point in the world can be accessed through the secret underground tunnel system that links underground cities and installations.